Welcome to this evening's episode of Chamber Chat. I'm Roxie Deer, the Director of Programs and Events for the Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce. On tonight's episode, we'll hear from Eric Nicholson and Ed DeLaPaz from the Buy Local Committee to learn more about Wayne County weekends. And then we'll hear from Jeff Huffine about Heart of Hagerstown. We're glad you're here with us. Good evening and welcome back to Chamber Chat. Tonight we're joined with Eric Nicholson and Ed DeLaPaz to learn more about Wayne County weekends. Welcome, gentlemen.
Well, thank you for having us. Normally I'm on the other side of the camera. This is my first time being on front of the camera in a while.
Well, that's exciting. We miss Melissa, but we're excited you're here tonight.
Well, thank you.
So tell me a little bit about Buy Local Committee.
Sure. So this is a committee out of the chamber, and our goal is to really promote local businesses and promote shopping local, but also promoting festivities and just general cultural things that are happening in the area.
So how many people are on this committee? What are some of the activities that you're working on?
So we have probably 12, 15 people on our committee, but right now our main focus is Wayne County Weekends, which is just promotion of events throughout the summer.
Yeah, so we work with all the Main Street organizations. We work through the Depot District, Downtown Business Group, Heart of Hagerstown, Main Street Centerville, and Main Street Cambridge City. And the goal is to share what the community is already doing, and this is just a way for us to kind of promote the unity across all of the different communities in Wayne County. So this is a Wayne County initiative, not just a Richmond initiative.
Wow, that's incredible. How many years has this been going on?
So this is the third year for Wayne County Weekends. It's been loved, and we love being able to just share with what's going on.
So if somebody wants to join Wayne County Weekends or participate, how do they find out about it?
So we have these wonderful pamphlets that are here, and you'll be able to pick these up from Wayne Bank and also from the chamber offices, from
the Tourist Bureau, and then Innovation Center.
Oh, perfect.
So they'll be around, and also we'll have radio remote locations, and we'll be passing out these pamphlets at some events that are in the community as well. So.
Okay. What's inside the pamphlets?
So the pamphlet has a map of Wayne County, and then some information about some different things, and also something about the ward, which Ed can talk about. But it also has, I don't know if this can be seen on the screen, but it has all the events from June to September that are happening in the community that are, mostly free events, mostly family-friendly events.
And Eric, tell a little bit about these events. These aren't events that we're actually creating.
Right. So one of our goals is really just highlighting what these communities are doing and what their local cultures and traditions are. And so we're really focusing on events that the communities have going already, and we're trying to highlight them and get people to come out and go check them out. So.
Participate in what's already happening,
Yes,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
There's a big one coming up for Centerville. Ed, do you want to talk a little bit about what the Centerville Main Street is excited to announce?
Yes, so this past year, Centerville got their designation as a Main Street. So coming up in June, towards the end of the month, they will be having a celebration. The Lieutenant Governor is going to come and speak and actually do the certification live. That's part of becoming a Main Street organization. And so they're doing a huge celebration. They're going to have a tent. They're going to have community events. And that's going to be, let me check the calendar here. That is going to be on Wednesday, June 26th, downtown in the Centerville area.
They're going to have live music. They're going to have food. I heard Ullery's ice cream is going to be there, which is always a fan favorite. What are some other activities that are happening this summer?
Well, let me consult the map here. So, well, first of all, before we get into the actual events, I do want to give a shout out because last year, Wayne County Weekends was awarded a 2018 Cardinal Community Service Award.
Wow.
This was with our partnership with the radio stations, and they honored us with this this award to kind of show how much support that we're giving for our local community. So it was an awesome experience. We were invited to go to Indianapolis to accept the award. And actually the picture that you just saw that was Jen Steele of Brewer Broadcasting with Jeff Huffine of Iron Gate Creative, who's actually going to be your guest on the next segment.
Yes.
So he's doing some awesome things, the Heart of Hagerstown, and things that's happening up in the Hagerstown area. But he's also a part of the Buy Local. So it's kind of awesome that we're talking about Buy Local, and then we'll kind of see what the actual one of the communities themselves is doing.
Yeah.
And everything.
Something I love about this, specifically what that award mentions, is that we're not, like you said, Eric, we're not creating events, but it's a whole community celebrating the entire community.
Mm-hmm.
We're not focused on one event. We're not focused on one festival. It's the entire weekend. You can never be bored in the summer in Wayne County because there's always something to do.
Oh, definitely. So I'll go over some of the highlights that we know of so far. And the thing is that this is changing. This is being updated all the time. So the best plan is to make sure that you have bookmarked WayneCountyWeekends.com. That will direct you to the Chamber website where we list everything that's happening. You can also tune in on Facebook. We have a Facebook group as part of the Chamber page that lists all of the stuff that we know what's going on, and then all of the community partners will be listing stuff that they're having happen. So that's a great way to share it and get the word out about what's going on. But starting off in June, we start right off with Lemonade Day and City Fit.
Okay.
That's happening the first weekend in June, followed by the Blooming Glow that Wednesday, and then the Model T Homecoming and Huddleston Jar Antique Mall are both happening on June 8th. This is going to be our major kickoff to Wayne County Weekend. So we're going to be out there, we're going to have the radio station set up, and we're going to be talking about everything that's happening for the rest of the summer.
Those are a lot of big events right there at the beginning of the summer.
Well, yeah, then right afterwards, the next week starts the Shakespeare Festival, and then we go right into the 4-H fair, followed by the 4th annual park party going to be down at Jack Elstra Plaza. Then wrapping up the month of June is going to be Blast at the Overpass, the celebration in Main Street for Centerville, and then wrapping that all up will be the All-American Richmond Farmers Market celebration.
Oh, wow.
So we're celebrating a lot of things
It'll be a very busy
in
month.
June.
Yeah.
Yeah, June, and I know as young professionals, we've all heard one of our peers say, there's nothing to do in Richmond, I've got to get out of here. And this is proving that wrong.
Yeah, and that was something, so last year I helped pass out these pamphlets at events that we were attending, and one of the most fascinating things, people would open them up and you'd see 100 events, and people were just blown away by how much is happening here in Wayne County that maybe they hadn't heard of before or they hadn't gotten around to checking out. So I think that what we've been doing is really highlighting that and showing that there is a lot to do here.
That's great. Are there sponsors we need to thank? Are there people that need recognition for their work on this project?
Oh, definitely. So once again, this is just a product of Buy Local. This is not a fundraiser. This is us giving back to the community. And our sponsors, the people who come in that help us get this done, we greatly appreciate all the help they give us. So like at the community level, we have Heartland Pet Foods is one of our major sponsors, along with John's Manville, UDC, and then Wayne Bank, who is also going to be the place where you can pick up these guides. They're going to be displays at every single Wayne Bank in Wayne County.
That's amazing.
And then at the Buy Local level, those that really help us strengthen and be able to support Buy Local, we have Barnheiser Associates, Levi Coffin Historic Site, Model T Museum, and Myers.
Fantastic. And obviously those sponsors see a need to sponsor our local community and sponsor and recognize the work that's already being done in that community. What else do you have to say about Wayne County Weekends? Are there events that you're excited to see?
Yeah, there's a bunch of events that I haven't gone to, especially in outside of Richmond, and so I'm really excited to check those ones out. And I think it's going to be a really fun summer here.
Tell a little bit more about the Buy Local certification program that the Buy Local committee oversees as well.
So part of being part of the chamber, we also have a Buy Local certified program. And the goal of this is to be able to show businesses that are actually committed to buy local. They have a good portion of their employees live in Wayne County. They get a lot of their goods, or they get a lot of the products they have is made or produced here in Wayne County. And we do that so we honor them with a buy local certification that comes with a decal that they can put on their website, put on their storefront. So it's a way of being able to just kind of give a little bit thank you to those that actually do support the Buy Local initiative.
So what can we look for? Like, what can we see coming in the future for Wayne County Weekends?
So right now we're really focusing on just growing the movement and getting more awareness about it. And also we have these radio remotes, and I think that this year they're much more targeted at events that are really important to the communities that they're going into. So that'll be different this year. And I think we just really want people to get on board and see this as a way to find out what's happening in Wayne County.
Okay. Ed, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Just feel free to come out and join us. I mean, we'll be at all these events. We'll have a booth, so come interact with us, find out more, find out how to get involved in Buy Local, get involved in the chamber, or just meet with other people as they're having fun and everything.
I know you mentioned a Facebook page for Wayne
Yes.
County Weekends. I know there's a hashtag.
Mm-hmm.
How should people market that they're out in the community?
Yeah, so that's the other thing. If you're out and you're at these events, feel free to use the hashtag Wayne County Weekends with an S, and then also use the hashtag Home and Wayne. That's an initiative that the EDC is doing on being able to promote that, hey, if you've moved away and you kind of miss home, here's everything that's going on. So you can follow both of those hashtags. And then if you're out buying, you're shopping, use the hashtag Buy Local. To be able to show that these are people that's actually buying locally and everything.
And remind me again where they can find these pamphlets.
These pamphlets can be found at the Innovation Center, at the Chamber office, at the Welcome Center, at the Tourist Bureau, and then at any of the Wayne Bank locations.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you guys for coming on. We're going to skip over to looking at current events that we have upcoming for the Chamber. And first up, we have the Chamber Golf Classic that's coming up on June 7th. This is a new and exciting event, or twist to our classic event. We're adding 2 tiers of start times, so 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. We still have open spots left for teams, and we are excited for sponsorships and opportunities for you to be out at Forest Hills Country Club. It's a beautiful course, and we're excited to see everyone out there on June 7th. Up next, we have the China trip. If you haven't heard, the Chamber is taking a trip to China in April of 2020. And this is an exciting experience for our community because this is the first time our Chamber has offered a program like this. The cost of the trip will include hotel, flight, it will include all of your meals and excursions, and it's a 9-day trip, and that plus 1 day for travel. So we'll be gone for 10 days in April of 2020. If you'd like to learn more about the trip, there's no obligation, but you can join us on June 12th from 5:30 to 7 at the Chamber office. And we're excited about this opportunity and hope to see you there. Up next, we have a very exciting 5th year anniversary for the Chamber Farm Tour, and that's at Doherty Orchards. It will start at 5:30 p.m., and we are so excited to see the apples that we have all grown and loved. And this is an orchard I think many of us grew up on. We'll see the petting zoo, but also what goes on behind the scenes. And in the summer when they're preparing for their big fall season, we'll get to experience their new winery, as well as learn about their beehives and how they produce local honey. Dinner will be served, and this is truly a family-friendly event. So we hope to see you at all of these events coming up, and we will be back with Jeff Huffine. Welcome back to Chamber Chat. As I said, I'm Roxie Deer with the Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce, and now I'm joined with Jeff Huffine from Iron Gate Creative and Heart of Hagerstown. Welcome.
Hi, Roxie.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me here today.
Thanks for coming. We're excited to have you and learn a little bit more about what's going on at Hagerstown.
Well, Hagerstown has a lot going on, just like Richmond with all the construction that's been happening downtown. Hagerstown just went through last summer a whole redo on their Main Street infrastructure. And then this year they're coming back again, I hear, and they're going to be, finally paving it. And we're getting all kinds of new light poles and fixtures all through our city. So we're very excited about what that's going to look like. And some other exciting things that are happening in Hagerstown. We are finally running sidewalks out to our park.
Oh, wow.
Which is very important. As a community, they say children are important, and it's not that you say it, but you show it. And to the citizens, I think that's really important to see that they're going to the expense and to the trouble to do that. So it's kudos to the town of Hagerstown, to their planning commission, to their town council, to get that done. So we're very excited about what that's going to be. We don't want our children walking on the streets and trying to, be in danger just trying to get to the park. So we're very happy about that. Also, this other thing that's happening that's very exciting is that, we're trying to become ADA compliant in Hagerstown. And so right now they're putting in all new wheelchair ramp accessible sidewalks at all the curbs. And so as you drive through Hagerstown right now, you see all these cones and all this tape everywhere. It looks like a crime scene, but what it is that they're putting in all that. And so we're very excited about what that's going to be too. And it's going to be very favorable for everybody who lives there.
Yeah, and anytime you see this construction going on, you think, oh, construction, it's bad for my car. You get kind of lost in that moment.
Yeah.
But the long-term effect of that construction project is big for your community.
It's huge, and I want the people in Richmond also to understand that too about their downtown. It's a pain in the you know what, but you know what? It's going to pay off in the long run. It's going to be great.
It's going to be a beautiful place to live.
We're very excited about it.
So you're here today to talk a little bit about Heart of Hagerstown.
Yes.
And for those in the Richmond community, tell us what that is, what it means to you.
Well, the Heart of Hagerstown is what we call a merchants association. We don't have a chamber in Hagerstown, and so we were actually asked to be formed by Town Council of Hagerstown, and they came to a group of the business folks back in probably 2015 and started talking about how they wanted us to form this group and then also apply for the Main Street, which we did through Okra, and so we got that designation as well. So we're very proud of that. And so so not having an organization or being organized downtown can really hurt, in terms of communication, but also being an advocate. Being an advocate for all the businesses that are there, being an advocate for entrepreneurship, being an advocate for the community, being an advocate for citizens even. And so it was a very important thing to try to do. And we're very proud, that we've got that organized and that we're trying to move forward with it. So in 2016, I think, is when we started kind of kicking out our first letters of inviting people to join. And I think around 2017, we got our designation from Okra. And so we have 43 members,
Wow.
and so we're pretty. And I'm not sure if those are all businesses. There's some individuals that are also part of the group.
Absolutely.
And so we have a board that meets, and it's open to the public. It's always the second Tuesday of the month at 4:30. So it goes from 4:30 to 5:30. It's just an hour, and we meet at Willie and Red's. And I'm sorry, there's no food. It's
No cheese balls.
It's on a Tuesday. They're not open on Tuesdays, and so that's probably safe for all of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell me, besides the advocacy, what are some things that your group is looking to achieve in the next few months, years?
Yeah, so like we've been, it's kind of funny because when we just formed and we started getting going, this Wayne County Weekends thing came into play, and so we really turned our resources and energy to trying to be part of Wayne County Weekends. I can speak for the group in saying that we want to be part of Wayne County. It's not just Hagerstown. It's important that that we all work together, because we compete as a region. We don't want to compete against each other. We want to compete as a region. So we want to be part of that, and so that becomes really important. So we've put a lot of focus on that. Then there's all kinds of activities and events that are happening at Hagerstown that we also do a lot of event planning for. We got involved with the Planning Commission. They asked us, when they started looking at what they were going to purchase for the light fixtures and and all of that, all that architecture, we got involved with that. So we have a committee that does that kind of stuff. So we have like a design committee.
Wow.
We have like a preservation committee. We have a marketing committee, and so we have different groups that are trying to do things, to work along this at the same time doing event planning, but trying to be a voice. And so, we're trying to find our way in terms of what our long-term goals might be. Right now, we're trying to get organized. We're trying to grow, our membership as much as we can, and we're trying to work as much as possible with the Planning Commission and with Town Council, and try to communicate that. Town councils, and so what happens a lot of times is that they're busy doing things like sewer and water and infrastructure.
Immediate needs. Yes.
That all that stuff we got to have to live, and electrical, and when we don't have those things, we really notice it, and we take it for granted. And clean
Right.
water, but there's also this other side too, of like running a community.
And creating culture.
And so, and I talked about this before. My business actually received some edit funds from Town Council because we were renovating a building downtown Hagerstown in their business district.
Oh, wow.
And so because of that, we were eligible to receive a low interest loan. And so it was that part of that we
Making the
benefited from it.
opportunity.
But yeah, so we want to try to be an advocate for a whole bunch of different groups of people, and we're starting to look long term, like what all can we do. Like, for example, I'll give a shout out to Megan Sanders from Forward Wayne County.
Yes.
She just came and visited at our last meeting that we just had, and we're very excited about what Forward Wayne County is trying to do and how they're trying to connect communities and how they're trying to hear the voice of the communities and what people are needing, and we want to know what that is in Hagerstown too, and so we're very excited about trying to tie into that.
I think in the chamber role, a lot of people see Wayne County as very secular in our town. So we have Richmond, Centerville, Hagerstown, and really we're a community. I mean, it takes 15 minutes to get to any place, and we need to start with that mindset that we're all in this together and we can all help each other, our businesses. A lot of times people are driving to and from to live, work, and play, and this is a crucial piece to what we're doing.
You're right, and if I had to just make my living off of businesses in Hagerstown, I would be in trouble.
Yes,
and so,
exactly.
And that's the beauty about my business is I'm in all these other communities, and I'm getting a chance to see these other communities, and I'm getting to meet people and meet other businesses, and it's been great exposure for me, and it makes me understand that I'm part of something greater that's very important. And you're right, we can't, like I said earlier, it's about, if people are coming here to visit, for tourism or to shop, they won't think, if they've driven an hour, they're not going to think anything to drive like from Richmond to Cambridge or Cambridge to Hagerstown
Exactly.
or Cambridge to Centerville. We need to promote each other as much as possible. And we need to remember that we're a region and we're competing as a team.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And so it's very important.
What are some upcoming things that you'd like to talk about with Heart of Hagerstown or in Hagerstown?
Well, we're coming into the summer here, and so first of all, Nettle Creek Players will be starting in July.
Yeah.
They'll run through July. They're coming back again, and so Nettle Creek Players was the longest running tent theater in the state of Indiana.
That's so exciting
It
that
was
it's right here.
And it went away for a while, for several years, and they just have brought it back. This is maybe their second or third season. And we're very excited about that. They moved off Main Street because of all the construction, so they're up now by just one block north, up by the library and town hall, and that worked out pretty good. And so I think they're going to be located there again. They'll be probably doing 3 shows in July, so that'll all be happening. And then in August also in July we have the Fly-In. It's called the Fly-In Circus,
Yes,
and that's
one of my favorites.
July 16th. And so that's a great day. Denny Burns, who kind of oversees that and is county commissioner here. He always says we have at least 2,000 people there, so and we have a lot. It's really neat because we'll also see the antique cars, the Model Ts come in.
Yes.
And we have a lot of Oshkosh, the air show is happening, and what we get here is like pilots that are going to that show, and they'll fly in and they'll stay. Hagerstown has the longest grass runway in the United States. That's what we claim.
I had no idea.
Now, we claim that. I don't know if anybody has got out there and measured it, but that's what we claim. And so it's pretty cool.
Okay.
And so it's a great grass runway. We have a lot of neat biplanes. I flew in my first biplane a couple years ago. It was awesome. I've never done that in like an open cockpit.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. That was so you can go there. You can go up in a biplane.
That's an amazing experience. If you haven't rode in a biplane, make sure you do.
Oh, it's neat. And there was like there's all kinds of food vendors happening on that day, and it's just a really great day. There's a lot of people that come in. We probably do have a few thousand.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we're excited about that. And then of course in August, then we have Jubilee Days. That's our big festival. And that's a 2-day festival that happens, and Jubilee Day is August 17th. It's on a Saturday, or on 17th and 18th. So, and so what we do on that, we have a parade on that Saturday, and what's cool about Jubilee Days at our, in Hagerstown, all the classes that have reunions, like 5-year reunions, they try to have them on that day.
So everyone comes home.
They all come home, and those classes, they have floats in the parade, and they ride in the parade, and then what they do is
it's almost like homecoming.
it is like a homecoming, and then we all go downtown after the parade, and all those members, all the class members, hang out and walk around. We have vendors and stuff set up, and it's a way to kind of see people. Then we also find out where they're going to have their parties, and we go crash them later. But it's just really neat that that's happened, and it does that.
Yeah.
And so we have a queen contest, and there's lots
That's fun.
a lot of fun activities that the Lions Club does for us. So we have a great Lions Club that helps with that. So
it's really a community. Everyone, all hands in to make this work.
it does, and I think that's true, and I think it's true. It's true anywhere in any community. It takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of involvement, and you got to find people, and that's part of what we want to do with Heart of Hagerstown too, is be a resource and try to connect people and get people involved. So we're always looking for members, and we're always looking to collaborate too. We want to collaborate with other groups from outside of Hagerstown.
Okay. How can someone get involved?
Well, they can call. They could call me if they want. They can call my number. My business number is 489-3424. If they would like to call, they can show up on the first Tuesday of the month at 4:30 at Willie and Red's. We have a meeting just right in the doors there. That first room to your left. You walk in the door, we'll be there, and so they can come and get involved.
Okay. Any hashtags that they should use if they're posting on social media besides Wayne County Weekends?
That's what we've been using right now, is and Home in Wayne.
Okay.
Wayne County Weekends and Home in Wayne.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you for joining us, and we're so excited that Hagerstown is getting so involved in their community and getting involved in Wayne County as a whole, and we are just so excited to have you here.
Well, thanks for having me today.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for watching Chamber Chat, and I hope to see you at one of the local chamber events coming up in the summer.